The evening class.
It was around 10:30 on a quiet evening when Zara, a university student, finished her last class and began the walk toward the parking lot. The campus, usually full of life during the day, had fallen almost completely silent. Most of the lights had already switched off, leaving only a few pools of yellow light along the empty pathways. A handful of students could still be seen in the distance, making their way home. Trying to ignore the eerie silence, Zara tightened her grip on her bag and continued walking. Then, out of the corner of her eye, she noticed movement. At first, she thought it was another student. She turned her head and instantly froze. Standing several meters away was a woman dressed in a long black cloak. Her head was completely covered, almost like a dark hood. Something wasn't right. The woman's face was directly facing Zara. Not a glance, not a passing look. Her eyes were fixed on her with complete, unnatural focus, like she had been waiting for her all along. But her body told a different story. She was moving away from Zara, walking in the opposite direction. Step by step, her figure drifted farther down the path, and yet her face never broke contact. It remained perfectly aligned with Zara, as if her head didn't belong to the rest of her body, as though she was walking backwards without ever turning around. No matter how far she moved, her gaze stayed locked on Zara, unchanging, unblinking, impossible. Zara's breath caught in her throat. Her mind scrambled for logic, something, anything to explain what she was seeing. Maybe it was a trick of light. Maybe she was just exhausted. But then, her eyes dropped to the woman's feet, and every thought inside her mind disappeared. The feet. They weren't pointing in the direction she was walking. They were twisted completely the other way. Long. Unnaturally long. Almost stretched. A scream screeched out of Zara's throat. She turned and ran as fast as she could toward her car, fumbling for her keys with trembling hands. Her fingers slipped again and again before she finally unlocked the door and threw herself inside. She slammed the locks down. Her chest rose and fell with frantic breaths. For several seconds, she couldn't bring herself to look outside. When she finally forced herself to glance through the driver's window, the pathway was empty. The woman was gone. No footsteps. No shadows. Nothing. Shaking uncontrollably, Zara started the engine and sped out of the campus without looking back. She never attended another evening class again.